The smell reaches them first. It hangs in the air like something alive, stale sweat, smoke soaked into cloth, hair unwashed for months. The women kneel in a narrow line, knees pressed into hard earth, hands folded because they have been taught that stillness is survival. No one speaks. Even breathing feels dangerous. Aiko keeps her eyes lowered. She stares at the ground where ants move with purpose, carrying crumbs she cannot see. Her scalp itches beneath her headscarf, a deep, aching itch that has become part of her body like hunger or fear. When she shifts slightly, shame burns hotter than pain. I am filthy, she thinks. We all are. Boots approach. Not the sharp, cruel rhythm she expects, but something slower, careful. The sound stops in front of them. A voice speaks, low, foreign, calm, English. Aiko does not understand the words, but she understands the tone. It is not shouting. That alone feels wrong. She smells something new then. Clean, sharp, almost sweet. Soap. Her heart pounds. This is not how it is supposed to be. They were warned of fists, of screams, of punishment. Instead, a bar of white soap is placed gently on the ground before them. Aiko's hands tremble. If they give us clothes, she whispers, barely moving her lips, we cannot wear them. Why? Another woman breathes. Aiko swallows. Because we are unclean. And for the first time since capture, the enemy does not correct her. They are moved at dawn. The truck bed is cold metal, biting through thin uniforms, stiff with salt and sweat. The engine growls, and with it comes the certainty they have been carrying since surrender, that this road leads only downward. Aiko grips the edge with fingers cracked and bleeding, each vibration sending pain up her arms. No one complains. Complaints are for people who expect mercy. The countryside slides past in fragments. Green fields, intact houses, smoke rising not from ruins but from chimneys. It feels obscene. Propaganda had promised scorched land, starving enemies, a nation rotting from within. Instead, America appears whole, breathing, unconcerned. Do not look, someone whispers. It will weaken you. Aiko closes her eyes, but the images remain. She remembers the pamphlets, women violated, prisoners beaten, bodies left unburied. She remembers the officer's voice. Better death than capture. The truck slows. Guards jump down first. They do not strike. They do not shout. One offers water. The canteen is metal, cool, heavy with promise. Aiko hesitates, certain this kindness is a trap. Her throat burns. When she finally drinks, the water tastes clean. No rust, no ash. Guilt floods her. If the enemy gives water, she thinks, what else have we been lied to about? No one answers that question. The truck stops, and fear, long familiar, quietly changes shape. The gate opens without a scream. No dogs, no rifles raised. Just a wide yard, sunlight spilling across it like it has nowhere else to be. The women step down one by one, legs weak, eyes searching for the punishment that must follow. It does not come. A building stands ahead, wooden, clean, windows unbroken. Aiko notices the small things first. Paint that has not peeled. Steps without cracks. A place meant to last. Inside, the air is warm. Too warm. She flinches when a woman in uniform approaches. Not a soldier, but something else. A nurse, white sleeves, calm hands. She speaks slowly, as if kindness itself must be explained. On a table lie folded clothes, dresses, underthings. Clean, new. A murmur ripples through the prisoners like a held breath finally breaking. Aiko's chest tightens. Her scalp throbs beneath the scarf. She shakes her head before the offer is even made. We cannot, she says in Japanese, voice hoarse. We are unclean. The nurse does not understand the words, but she understands the refusal. She pauses, looks at their hair, matted, heavy, smelling of fear and time. Then she reaches for a basin. Water fills it, steaming softly. Soap is placed beside it, thick, white, smelling faintly of flowers. Aiko stares. This is the first shock. Not cruelty, not violence, but the unbearable gentleness of hands that do not recoil. The days begin to blur, stitched together by small astonishments. Food arrives 3 times a day, not the thin gruel of survival, but bread that gives beneath the fingers, butter that melts on the tongue, soup dense with vegetables she remembers only from childhood. Aiko eats slowly, afraid speed might offend this fragile miracle. Around her, women cry silently as they chew, tears falling into their bowls. The baths become ritual. Steam fills the room, softening the edges of memory. American women work patiently, fingers moving through hair that resists at first, then yields. Brown water runs down drains. The soap lathers thick and white, smelling of flowers that do not exist in her ruined homeland. Aiko closes her eyes as warm water touches her scalp. She feels something loosen, not just dirt, but weeks of terror clinging to her skin. Clean clothes wait nearby. She hesitates before putting them on, heart pounding, as if wearing them is an act of betrayal. When she finally does, the fabric is light, unreal. She barely recognizes the woman in the cracked mirror. At night, she writes in her diary with a borrowed pencil. They feed us. They wash us. They look at us without hatred. The question she does not write presses hardest. If this is the enemy, what have we become? Kindness does not bring peace. It brings confusion. Aiko wakes at night drenched in sweat. Convinced she has imagined everything, the food, the baths, the soft voices. In dreams, she is back in the ruins, boiling grass, her mother's hands shaking as she divides nothing into less. She wakes with guilt heavy in her mouth. Letters arrive days later, thin envelopes, familiar ink, the past reaching through paper. Aiko's fingers tremble as she reads of bombed streets, of neighbors gone, of hunger that does not ease. Her brother's name appears once, then never again. She folds the letter carefully, pressing it against her clean dress. I am warm while they freeze, she thinks. I eat while they starve. The Americans smile. They ask simple questions. They do not demand loyalty or apologies. This is the cruelest part. There is no script for how to resist decency. Whispered conversations fill the bunks at night. If our teachers were wrong, one woman murmurs, what else was a lie? Aiko stares at the ceiling. Her identity loosens, thread by thread. Soldier's daughter, loyal subject, enemy of America. None of it fits anymore. In her diary, she writes only one line. Hatred was easy. Understanding is unbearable, and the war, though far away, tightens its grip inside her chest. The announcement comes without ceremony. No drum, no speech heavy with victory or blame. Just a translated sentence spoken in a calm voice. They will be sent home soon. Repatriation. The word moves through the room slowly, as if it must be tested for weight before being believed. Some women cry. Others sit very still. Aiko feels nothing at first. Then her stomach tightens. Home is no longer a place. It is a question. That evening, she walks alone to the washroom. The room is empty now, quiet except for the faint drip of a tap not fully closed. She lifts her hands and studies them. The skin is cleaner, softer, almost unfamiliar. These hands once dug through rubble, once clutched rice bowls scraped clean, once believed purity was something that could be lost forever. She remembers the first day, kneeling, refusing the clothes, whispering the words "we are unclean" as if they were truth itself. An American woman enters quietly, the same one who washed her hair weeks before. For a moment, neither speaks. Then Aiko bows deeply, lower than protocol, lower than pride. Thank you, she says, the English careful, fragile. The woman hesitates, then bows back, awkward, imperfect, sincere. Later, as the truck waits, Aiko presses her diary against her chest. She writes one last entry before closing it forever. They did not wash our hair because we were dirty. They washed it because we were human. The gates open. The road stretches forward, uncertain, unforgiving. As the camp disappears behind her, Aiko understands the truth she will carry home like a hidden scar. The enemy did not destroy her. They dismantled the lie that told her she was less than human. And that realization, more than hunger or fear, will follow her long after the war is over.